Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is EverQuest Project 1999. And today we are on the Shaman, level 51, almost 52. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining how I go about getting through hell levels. It's not an easy thing. It jams a lot of people up, and I want to just give you some tips on how to get through these things, because I've done it quite a few times. Back in the day, I had a 60 warrior. Back in the day, I had like a 55 enchanter. I had like a 50 monk. And now I have, my 60 necromancer, which I did on P99. And now this 51 shaman, who this is like his second hell level he's been through. So I can give you some tips on how to get through these freaking things. But yeah, let me turn up this sound a little bit because we want to hear the ding, right? So let me get it up and on and everything, make sure everything's good. I can never tell with the environmental sounds and the combat music, like, is this on or off? And same with these. Like, is this on or is this on? And is this on or is this on? I don't know. Let me turn this up. Maybe I can hear the environmental noise. I can't really tell, you know? So I'm going to guess that it's like this. But anyway, got the sound up, so hopefully we can hear the ding. And one way you can try to like cast a spell and then look at my OBS, I could do that. So let's get myself with some regen. And it's picking it up. So I got regen. I'm fighting these skeletons again here in Dreadlands. That's not the point though. The camp isn't the point. The point is like how to go about going through hell levels. So here I got regen on. Let me get my alacrity 2 for me and my pet. And then we'll do this fight, and then I'll explain how to go about hell levels and how to get through them. Because a lot of people have trouble. A lot of people get stuck. Like, maybe they don't get stuck at 45. Maybe they don't get stuck at 51. But I see a lot of people getting stuck around 54, 55, and they don't go on through to 60. Because those are some of the hardest ones. Like 54, 55, 51. The one I'm on right now is really hard too. And it's just because, like, the first one's 45, so 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Everything you've done before that was super easy, right? Not easy, not easy, not easy. Not the easy's not the word, but it lulls you into a certain expectation. And then once you get to 45, you're used to like 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45 is like way worse, and you're just not used to it. And then you get out of that one, and that's like the first hell level. Then you got 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50 before it goes back to normal for those. And then all of a sudden 51, which is a weird level for it to be the first like bad hell level. You think it would be 50 or something, it's not. So you're not expecting it, and then boom, 51 is like a wall, and you like get frustrated because you're just not getting experience. So you're not getting through that level as fast as you used to. But let's kill this. This is one of the hardest ones. So I'm doing the Dreadlands camp here with the skeletons. There's one over there. There's one over here. We've done this a couple times. You might have only seen it once, but I do it quite a bit. And they're on 6-minute spawn timers. So I've been sitting here killing this one right here. So let's kill him real quick. And he's one of the harder ones, so you're going to see me do a different strategy than I would for. It can be a Wrath Bone, it could be a Plague Bone, it can be a Greater Plague Bone or something, but this one's the hardest one, so you're going to see me fight him a little bit different than what I would normally be doing, and he doesn't spawn very often, so this is going to be a different kind of fight, kind of. So I'm going to go with slow, because he'll hit for 100 something sometimes. Have my pet attack, turn on my auto attack, go with Plague. See how hard he's hitting me? Luckily, he's slowed. At least I hope so. I like to double check that. Where is it at? Yep, beyond, so he's slowed. Alright, I need to get on it, because he's hard. Alright, and Venom Bolt, another dot. These all stack. Boom, got him. And then Venom of the Snake. See, I'm already down to 79%, 80%. Got him with all my dots. Now I'm going to root him. And I'm going to get the heck out of there. Because I don't want to sit there and get hit for 100 a bunch of times, you know? And then I'm going to sit here and candy dance a little bit. So I can cast like another round of dots on him while my dog fights him while he's rooted. And here he comes already. So I'm just going to kind of back up, let my dog attack him from behind a little bit, and then turn on auto attack and root him again. Because I'm not quite ready for you to come after me, sir. So I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to run way over here. You can't just fight this guy straight up. He's tough. And I'm going to dance some. And we'll get the view back on. Up, here he comes again. All right, buddy. You trying to get me? Up, I got him. Did I get him? Nope, he resisted. Okay, it's one of those, huh? This happens quite a bit at the end of levels. Like, you have trouble for some reason. Like, the fights don't go as planned. I'm just gonna sit here. I feel like this happens quite a bit, and that could be a whole nother video, where you're at towards the end of a level, and everything just goes wrong all the time. Plus, like, as you can see there, it looks like I have a few fights left, like maybe 4 or so, and I might ding off this one here, because I feel like the final, like, blue is not true. Like, the final blue is not true. So, I think I could ding off this one. Like, it does not look like I would, right? Off of one blue. It looks like there's enough there for about 3 or 4 fights, but I ding all the time, like, earlier than I think. So, I'm thinking I might ding off of this one, and if not, probably the next one. It just happens sooner. You can tell because the blue bar doesn't start immediately, so when it's about to end, it ends sooner than it's supposed to, because it doesn't start immediately. I don't know. I had a theory about that, but I forgot what it was. But yeah, just we can redot him now. Let's get him out of here. And then I'll tell you how to get through these hell levels. I just didn't want it to be at the very beginning. People click off, you know. Alright, he's gonna come kick my butt. I hope I have enough for one root if I need it, because he could still get me here. I think I'm going to do it. Alright, let's root him, because he's hitting me hard. I'm down to 20%. And there. See how hard that was? And I, like, took extra precaution. And I'm still at 23% with 5% mana. But, yeah, got him. Did not ding. So you will see me fight another one, at least. Alright, so here's how you get through hell levels. Ready? A watched pot never boils. That's the main thing. A watched pot never boils. You do not want to sit here and stare at your experience the whole time you're in a hell level. I don't even like being in groups. I don't even like doing long sessions. I don't like going super hard during a hell level. I don't think it helps. I think it makes you more frustrated. Because you could be in the best group ever, getting the best experience ever, and it just doesn't move. It just doesn't move, and you get frustrated. You're like, maybe this camp isn't good, maybe this group isn't good, etc., etc. You just get frustrated because everything seems like it's going well, but then you stare at your experience the whole time, and you're like, why is this so slow? It's because it's a hell level, and it's like 4 times harder than a normal level, pretty much. I think it's like only 2 times harder, but it seems like it's 4 times harder. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's way, way worse. So don't watch it, and my strategy is to usually do an AFK camp, something like this. So I pick this one skeleton, it spawns every 6 minutes, and I set a timer, and I kill it. I just settle in. You got to settle in, and you got to, like, not watch your experience. You can't just stare at it. You can't. A watch pot never boils. I'm going to keep saying that. And you kind of got to, like, settle into the hell level and not expect to get out of it. And not look at your experience. And not try to, like, go super hard at it. And not try to, like, force it. It's not going to happen like that. No matter what class you are, you could probably kill one thing that is, like, light blue or dark green or maybe even blue, depending on what class you are. Like, if you're a shaman or a necro or like, an enchanter or a bard or something like that, or a druid even, you can solo. So you could do something like this. It doesn't even have to be a 6-minute spawn. It could be a 24-minute spawn. It could be a 16-minute spawn. It could be a 12-minute spawn. Doesn't matter, really. The only thing that matters is you kill it every time it pops, and in between, you're AFK, you're doing something else. So you're really not, like, going through this hell level. You're doing whatever else you're doing. So, like, earlier, I was watching YouTube while I was doing this, so I was watching YouTube. I wasn't trying to get through a hell level. I was watching YouTube. Earlier today, I was working. Every 5-6 minutes, I would kill this one skeleton. For 5 minutes, I would go work. Come back, kill the skeleton, 5 minutes work. Set a timer. You don't even have to come back and kill it exactly when it spawns. So you could kill it, come back 10 minutes later, and then kill it again. So something like that. An AFK camp where you're killing, just pick on one spawn. Don't try to make like 5, 6 different, like don't try to kill all the skeletons here. Like there's technically 5 skeletons here that I could kill. I could make this an active camp and I could kill 5 skeletons and, be totally active and at the keyboard and just trying and trying and trying my hardest the full time I was playing. But if I was doing that, I would be way more frustrated after 2, 3, 4 hours of doing that where my bar is just not moving. And after like 4 or 5 hours, I have like half a level maybe. And doing it the way I'm doing it, like you're not expecting anything. You're killing one thing every 6 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, one thing. And it adds up over like a whole day. And like the more busy you are, make the camp make the spawn like the timer longer. Go kill a guard in Fellwith, like up in the parapet or up in the I forget what it's called, the ramps. Go up to the ramparts and Fellwith and kill one freaking guard with one longsword each kill every 24 minutes or whatever it is. And just do that 3 times an hour or whatever it is. And just do that every day or every other day whenever you can. Like obviously sometimes you're going to have to leave the house, you're going to go to work and you can't do it. But let's say you're at home and you're, watching your kids, or you got to do laundry or dishes, or you work from home, or you just want to watch a movie, or anything like that. Kill this one thing every 15 minutes, every 6 minutes, every 20 minutes, whatever it is. It doesn't matter as long as you're doing it on a timer every time it pops over days and days and days and days. It's way better like that. I'm telling you guys, I've done it so many times. I've got through so many hell levels. Like, other people out there, they can tell you like this or that about the game. Maybe they have 50,000 alts, so they know about like every class. But how many do they have at 60? How many times have they gone to 60 on a server like this, where it's super hard? Some hell levels are really hard. 45, 51, 54, 55, 59. Have they gone through all those multiple times? Then they probably don't know as much as like what I'm talking about here and how I've done it. And that's just my recommendation. So take it or leave it. It's how I've done it a bunch of times. So, and I'm about to do it here again. So I've been sitting here pretty much all day and killing this one skeleton every 6 minutes. Set a timer on my phone. Don't care about my experience bar. I started with like 2 bubs in. I've got like 3 bubs today just doing this. You could not do that in 2 or 3 hours in a great group, and you would get mad. You would die. Maybe you die. Maybe you try to make it a little faster. Maybe you get mad and you move camps and you're running around for half the time trying to find a better camp because your experience is just not what you want it to be. That's what happens. That's what happens. It's not just that you aren't getting good experience or you're not doing well or you're actually getting good experience and better than I'm getting here. But the fact is, like, you only have 2 hours to do this. Like, you can only play and concentrate on the game 100% concentration for 2, 3, 4 hours maybe, right? And in those 2, 3, 4 hours, you're only going to get however much you get, whether that's 1 bubble or whatever, and of a hell level. So when you're done with your 2, 3, 4 hours of super 100% concentration on the game, and you only see like 1 bubble, you're in your brain, you're like, oh, I got to do that again, and then again, and then again, and then again. When am I ever going to have 2, 3, 4 hours to do that again? When am I ever going to be in this kind of group again? When am I ever going to, is it going to go this well again? May not. So the next time you might be in some sort of like a decent group, and you're like, I got to do that again. It's a hell level. I got to get through this thing. I got to try my hardest. So then you end up going overreaching. You end up pulling too many. You end up dying. You end up moving camps. You end up running across the world for half the time you're playing, and you go backwards, or you're running in place. If you just pick one spawn, I'm telling you, if you just pick one spawn and you pick on it, and you pick on it, and you pick on it for days and days and days, and you can do other things in between, so it's easier to play the game. You don't have to do 100% focus on the game, right? You just pick it and pick on it and pick on it and pick on it. It's way better. It's like the tortoise and the hare. So just think of it that way. Watch Pot Never Boils and the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise wins. The guy that's slow and steady wins the race. I'm telling you this. I may have made this video before. I feel like I'm deja vu right now with the slow and the steady wins the race thing. I feel like I might have. But you need to hear it again because I've done it a bunch of times and it always works. So let's kill this one. All right, I always make sure, I got my regen on. Sometimes I'll fully buff before I start my session, and then, eventually it turns into this, where I'm just doing chloroplast and alacrity. And I won't make you sit through the next pop, like the next spawn time, if we don't get the ding on this one. I just wanted to have my little rant there, so this is how you do it. And you could pick anything, any spawn, anywhere. Like, as long as other people aren't going to steal it from you. And if you're on a timer, they won't steal it from you because you're going to be attacking it as soon as it spawns. So you could find these anywhere, in any zone. Just go... It could just be a roamer, and you just figure out where it pops. And you kill it. You set a timer. It comes back. You kill it. You set a timer. It comes back. You kill it. As long as you're safe while you're AFK, it's all good. You don't even have to have a great camp. You just have to have something that you know is going to be there, and you know when it's coming back and stuff like that. So we're going to slow it. This one's blue. That's good. Sometimes I get greens. Send our dog in. Turn on auto attack. Shoot off plague. Shoot off my other dots here. Another tip would be definitely take advantage of the extra experience weekends. We just had an extra experience weekend for Thanksgiving, and I took advantage of that. I knew I was in a hell level. I wasn't planning on playing EverQuest that weekend, but I knew I was in a hell level, and I better take advantage of that. So we're really close there, and I swear this blue bar never reaches the end, so we should be hitting it right here, I would say. If not here, definitely the next one. And I'll just pause while we wait on the next one. I'm going to go ahead and cannibalize because I got tons of HP and they spawn so quick that sometimes I'm missing like 5% or 10% when they pop. But I don't have to do very much here. I can even go AFK during the fight. After I hit it with the slow, after I tell my dog to attack, after I hit him with my dots, after I turn on auto attack, I can go AFK for the fight. Ding-a-ling. 52. So I just got out of a hell level doing that. Just today, pretty much, and a little bit over the weekend during the extra experience. And over the weekend for the extra experience, it's not like I got 4 bubbles and I just sat here all day and got 1 bubble. No. I only had like 2 bubbles after the extra experience weekend. And then I sat here in 1 day and got 3 hell level bubbles. Maybe slightly less. It was more than half a level, though, in 1 day. And I wasn't even super strict on it. I didn't start it right when I woke up or anything. It did take, some time. It was maybe like 10 hours of, here and there. I wasn't hitting it every 6 minutes, every single time. Like sometimes I had to run up the street. Sometimes I had to pick up wifey from work. Sometimes I had to pick up the kindergartner from school. Sometimes my work I was into it and I didn't hit it right when it popped or whatever. But just casually killing this one spawn for like 8 hours today, I got 3 hell level bubbles and I got out of hell. In my opinion, that's way better than, getting all pissed off for 2 or 3 hours in a group, like going crazy trying to get out of hell levels, and you only get 1 bubble, and then you're like, I got to do that 4 more times. So now I got to find that group again. I got to find that place again. I got to get that groove again. You try it again. It's not exactly what you want it to be. All of a sudden, you're overreaching, you're dying, you're losing tons of experience in a hell level. You get mad, you try to move to somewhere else. You're spending half your time looking around for camps and running across the world. And then you get to another one, and you're trying again. Maybe it goes well. Maybe you get another bubble, but you died, so you lost half a bubble. So now you have a bubble and a half. And you get good. You get another bubble, and you're trying hard. But you got to dedicate 2, 3, 4 hours of 100%. You can't, if you do it that way, you got 100% focus, and it's 2, 3, 4 hours at a time. And how often do you get that, right? So every time you get it, you're like trying to make the most out of it, right? That's how it is. So I would rather do it this way. And even if you're not like a solo class, You can find like the Yetis in this cave over here. Karak is killing those right now. He's a monk, and they're like dark green, maybe every once in a while blue, but he's getting experience. So he's killing those during the extra experience weekend, which was smart. You could do that. You don't have to be like a freaking shaman or necro or something. You could be a monk. You could be a warrior. A cleric could find a freaking undead zone with a light blue and kill it, and just use all your mana for that one fight, right? And then you sit for like 10 minutes. You come back, use all your mana for the next fight. You sit 10 minutes, come back, all your mana for the next fight. Like shoot DDs over and over and over and over at the mob. Use all your mana on the one fight. Buff yourself all the way up or whatever. Anybody can do this. Of course, it's easier for a shaman, a necro, an enchanter, a bard, or whatever. But I think anybody can do this. If you find the right spawn and it's safe in between while you're AFK, and just use all your power on that one spawn and then sit for 10 minutes and then again and then again and then again. Timers. Pick at it. The slow and steady wins the race. The tortoise and the hare, the watch pot never boils, right? I didn't look at my bar all day, and all of a sudden I was dinging. So, just the proof is in the pudding here. I was 51, and I got pretty much the whole level in like 2 sessions. One with the extra experience with Karak, maybe more than that. I might have had like the first bubble was kind of like really slow and blah blah blah, but most of this hell level I got today off of this one skeleton, and I barely had to play. So, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below. I mean, you could say I had the game on all day and barely even played. Yeah, sure, buddy. But really, the amount of mental energy that I had to expend on the game, even though it was on all day, was barely anything. It was like 1 minute out of every 6 minutes. You know what I'm saying? For whatever amount of time. You know what I mean? So, like 10 minutes out of every hour, I had to expend mental energy on this game, and for 50 minutes, I did not. I could do anything else. So, just try it my way. I'm telling you, you gotta lock in. You gotta settle in. You gotta not look at your experience bar. You gotta pick on one spawn. You gotta just kill it over and over and over. Set a timer, and just let me know how you feel about that. Let me know if it works for you. Make sure you try it the right way. Make sure you give it like a couple days too, and make sure you do it like the right way, where you're killing it every time it pops and setting a timer and whatnot. Versus getting in a group and all your energy and you only get one bubble and you get frustrated and all that business. So yeah, you guys are the best. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Ding 52. Peace out. Hell level.